Hi there, Pisces. Thank you for joining me for your weekly forecast for week commencing the 19th of September. This week, relationship issues are very much to the fore, particularly through to Thursday. Mercury, the planet of communication, is tracking backwards until then still, and that does raise the potential for misunderstandings. But the Sun is in a right angle with Mars, and Mars is in the go-getting and rather assertive location of Sagittarius, at least for you. Now, Pisces has an archetype astrologically which is about compassion, about sacrifice, spirituality, gentleness, but there are plenty of Pisces people who survive in the cut and thrust of big business. And I think if you're someone who wants to make a move in terms of your goals and ambitions, this week can certainly be a time to think very carefully about how you go about it. Because Mars and Saturn in your 10th solar house are asking you to take your aspirations very seriously. With the Sun in that right angle to Mars, there could be a temptation to almost force the pace. But with Neptune continuing its right angle to Saturn, and that peaking in the first 3 days of this week, it's not necessarily the case that the wider world you encounter may be particularly receptive to some of the more nuanced ideas that you want to punch across. So how do you balance all of this? Well, what's in your astral locker this week, Pisces, is a fantastic angle between Mercury and Pluto. Yes, I know Mercury is tracking backwards until Thursday, but Pluto is the planet of transformation, and it's all to do with deep stuff. It's to do with the things that are less obvious, the things that are going on at a subconscious level, that are about power, about sex, about money, and all those things are things that some of us will think about at some time. We have to. And with Mercury making its angle to Pluto this week, it's asking us to slow down, analyse things a little bit more logically, and not get caught up in the passion of situations too much. So whether you're wanting to set your pace in a much more dynamic way this week, or you encounter someone who's like this and almost wants to push you forwards and take you out of your cocoon and put you in a more prominent situation, then I think the best way to deal with that is by being a bit more logical. That will help you to work your way through the opportunities in the best way possible. Now, Mars does continue a very positive angle with Uranus in Aries. When these two get together, particularly when Uranus is in Aries, there's not necessarily a lot of thinking that goes on. Mars in Sagittarius is very much about spontaneity. So there is still the possibility that something can come up that you may have to make a snap decision around, and someone influential could be pushing you for an answer, and they may not want you to take your time and drift away from the situation. They want you to give some clear answers. I think this is a really possible dynamic that you're going to encounter this week. Now, Venus, the planet of love, and also Jupiter are also in the deepest, most passionate part of your scope. Venus is going to say au revoir on Sunday and move into one which is more to do with truth-seeking as it goes into your sister sign of Scorpio. But the Sun moves on Friday into Libra, replacing, if you like, the soon-to-exit Venus. So there's a lot of passion that's going to be moving around anyway. And if you are encountering a situation where it's a bit of a battle of power, particularly in a close relationship or a business relationship, I think it is going to reach make or break as this week draws to a close. But the key to cope with this for you, who can be more emotional, whatever position you hold in life, is to try to be as tactical as possible in your responses and the way you make your decisions. It's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.